Hello everyone, I'm Cristiano, and I'd like to welcome you to the first official review of the video version of Cristiano's Doujinshi Corner, where you can find reviews of Doujinshi. That is to say, if you haven't watched my intro video, Japanese self-published printed media. I figured that for these first few video reviews, as I mentioned, this is actually an offshoot of a long-standing written blog. You can find a link in the channel description. For these first few video reviews, I figure I will focus on kind of like the extremes of the doujin world. Maybe show you like very alt style works and very polished works, manga and some novels or short stories and so on. I'll basically kind of show you the corners of the chessboard and then maybe delve into reviews proper, shall we say. This one, very tiny as you can see, but pretty nice looking. It's a little booklet by a Japanese illustrator called Minahamu. It's got quite a following. I think it goes around, floats around the 65,000 followers on Twitter and so on. Has Pinterest, has Tumblr. I'll leave links in the description of the video. But fairly recently, I started being active fairly recently. I think this book itself dates from around 2017, 2018. So very active, publishes a lot of doujinshi. This is one that I actually bought on a whim. I was browsing online through either Mandarake or Otaku Republic, can't remember. And I was just struck by the cover because it's interesting. I mean, with this big type and this curious, almost oil crayon style illustration in the background. Actually very representative of the artist style, as we will see as we look inside the booklet. It came with this sticker. See, very like zine material on squared paper and so on. I haven't stuck it, of course, anywhere, but it gives a little sampler of some of the artist's work. Fairly nice. Again, very polished but grungy in a way. It really reminds of those kind of stickers that will give you like zines of old, even in Europe and the US. And then you have the actual booklet. It's stapled, so cheap, inexpensive job, but still quite nice. I mean, the print quality is pretty good, and it's full color, and it's nothing but a collection of illustration work by Minahamu. It's a very varied kind of deal. It combines this actual drawings in this artist's peculiar kind of like watercolor meets pastel meets oil crayon styles with actually some collage, some faint typographic job. It's fairly interesting. I actually do tend to like doujinshi that rather than focusing on pin-ups and cute lolly girls and ecchi and whatever, actually kind of like take chances and working on more alternative style and content, maybe focusing more on design and form than content proper. And this definitely fits the bill. I mean, you do have some pin-up style portraits, but I mean, they're not red juice. I mean, they're completely different in attitude. They kind of have a nice, interesting pattern work that really makes the figure stand out. And it does have some, he actually also flips sometimes. He actually does have some collage work, some photography work. So very varied in spite of being barely 20 pages long. It really does have billboard, old MySpace, Tumblr kind of aesthetics, and I do really enjoy that. It's fairly representative of the artist's work. Minahamu lately doesn't focus so much on collage, doggies, and photography, focuses mostly on actual illustration work and drawing, but this is their typical style. It's kind of like chibi meets Inyo Asano thingy, very colorful usually, very nice frequent use of patterns and such. So as most doujinshi, it's fairly short, so you kind of left wanting for more, But still, it gives you a nice little sample of the artist's work without wasting really any page state, completely packed all the way through. So this is one of many that Minahamu published. I think there's like 5 or 6 in this format, and then more in a larger, more polished format lately. I think they're about to do what many doujin artists do, which is start from this kind of very underground alternative material, and then move toward a more commercial work, more polished work, where the line between self-published and officially published start to blur. Maybe they start having assistants and such. Not sure if this is the case yet, but that's definitely the trajectory that I'm envisioning. So I'll keep it nice and short because the booklet itself is nice and short, but this is kind of what you can expect from people who take the Doujinshi medium and really push when it comes to visual exploration of peculiar patterns and colors and mingling of styles. Again, I strongly suggest that you check out their Twitter and especially the Tumblr. It's fairly interesting. It's a lot to look at. And maybe next video I will review something a little more polished and mainstream to kind of see the other side of the spectrum. But for now, Minahamu, Wakari Sen. It's a punny joke. This is supposed to be Red Sand. It's actually, the title itself is actually a joke that even Japanese people wonder about. I was looking online for the meaning of the title because I didn't know this expression, and even Japanese people weren't so sure about it. Wakari Sen, I don't know, but with the sen as in the money quantity. So yeah, funny joke. We'll leave it at that, and I'll see you in the next review.